1959 supplied a lot of jobs. Do you know, and I have to talk about this, during this COVID 19, Sean has too, and I have, we have hired drivers that was furloughed from other places, and now they decided they're not even going back. When you got a business that can just ease along through these kind of times, you're big and you're strong and blessed. I mean, God has been good to us. And I just want to thank you. And I wanted to say that, you know, when I look at the jobs that we supply, and I think of the families, not just in Troy, Atlanta, we got people working with us in Atlanta, North, all over the United States. I could just say that. You know, our revenue, our tax, our fuel we buy. And it's just, um, that was why I started doing the tours. When I sit to a school and I talk about we got this and we got this, I call people up. Okay. And I started just bringing
But Jeffrey, you're one of the best recruiters I've ever met.
I don't know about that, but you know, it's just the system is so good. I don't have my little sheet with me, but it's just so good. You know, when you can take a battery. You know, a battery can be on a Wallace Sanders truck 5 times. 5 times. Okay. Let's break it down for you. It first can be on there as a junk form.
Mm-hmm.
Then it can be on there as a plastic form. Then it can be on there as a lead form. And then we turn around and put it on there as a fertilized form.
Yes.
And then on the last and final step, it can be a whole new battery.
Well, I think the company's been around long enough to know what works and what doesn't and how to get drivers and keep them, and I think that's their strong point. But you, along with a few others, Sean's one of them, are some of the best recruiters I've ever met, and y'all do such a fabulous job with
It's
that.
easy to do it when it's easy to explain.
It is
When you
easy to
buy
sell
into it.
something when you love it.
Yeah, when you buy into it.
That's the best way to sell it is when you love it and you have passion with it.
You have been doing Turkeys for Heaven for how long?
This is our 7th year, and I think that's why I'm able to sell this program is because it is my heart and my passion, and it's just so easy to sell to the community. Well, and I think, like you said, Jeffrey, the Troy community will embrace anything if they believe in it and they know it's real and they know it's worthwhile.
Yes.
And without the community of Troy, we wouldn't have this program for 7 years, and it just keeps growing.
Now, people can volunteer in all type of ways. You can be, because that's what I do. I'm a deliverer. You can deliver turkeys.
Well, the beauty about this program is there's something for everybody.
That's what I was saying.
And of course, our mission for this program is to give back.
Yes.
Going back to our passion and you building on what this company has always done, and the company has always supported local organizations and the local people. So with that, you all help us promote this program to give back to the community. But this program is a nonprofit.
I see that.
Yep, and it's a non-denominational, so we encourage everyone throughout the community to get involved. What we do is we cook a turkey and assemble sides and package it up, and then we send it out and deliver it to the community. Our purpose for this for this program is just to reach people who are going through hard times, to give them the physical need they may have, the spiritual need they may have, the emotional need they may have, because we all have different stories, we all have different needs, but there's always a need. And what better time to do it at the week of Christmas?
That is exciting.
You know, God gave us the gift of Jesus, and that's the purpose of Christmas, is to take care of other people. So you guys do that all during the year with the companies and going above and beyond. And so this is my program. Not my program, our program, I should say. Of course, I'm heavily involved in it.
Oh, yeah.
But it is a local program, and it takes hundreds of volunteers to do it. And if we didn't have those people, it wouldn't exist.
You told me so far you had 158, and you need How many you
So
did?
we're doing 600 turkeys this year. As of yesterday, 158 have been bought. So we need to push to get those turkeys bought. This program is 100% volunteer and donation fed. So every penny that's donated goes into the program 100%. No one gets paid. It is all donated in time and money. So what we do with that money is we buy a turkey.
Mm-hmm.
We partner with Piggly Wiggly. So we include our 2 local Piggly Wiggly stores. They are huge in this program. They order our turkeys, they keep them for us, and they thaw them out for us.
That's hard to beat.
It is so hard to beat.
That's hard to beat.
And what they've also done is they've made it so easy for us to go in and buy turkey. So they've created a barcode for our program. You can call them. You can go through the checkout line and you can say, I want to buy a turkey for Turkeys from Heaven, or I want to buy 10 turkeys.
Or 20.
Or 20 or 50. And they will ring that up. They will keep it in the computer. They update us, and they take it out of what we owe them at the end of the day when we go pick up our turkeys.
Well, I was telling the audience the other day that last Monday, I shouldn't say the other day, last Monday, that you take all volunteers. If a person got a cooker that'll cook one, he can come there and cook one turkey, and y'all be just as happy as the guy that's got the grill that'll cook 10.
That's right. So how that works is it takes hundreds of men with grills to grill all these turkeys. And you know it takes a couple hours per turkey. So we've got anywhere from a single turkey griller to corporate grillers that can do 20. The men have a fabulous time.
I've been there.
It brings everyone together. People meet each other for the first time. They build relationships through this program. And it's neat to see that they come back every year and they also recruit and bring other men and friends. And it's just the best time of the year. Everyone's happy. They're focused on other people. And I think that's where we truly get our joy and peace from. When we take the focus off of us and give it
The
to others.
compassion that you have had with this program, I've just been involved the last 3 or 4 years. But me and Kevin Baker, we like to deliver. Because we go knock on the door and we go, hey, let's eat, you know, or something like that. We'll bring it in and we always do this little deal, act like we're going to stay.
You know,
All right, let's cut it.
the thing about this too is, yes, it's great to come. It's great to cook. We've got the men outside. We've got everyone else inside. They're making the casseroles. They're packing up everything else that we send. But delivering,
It's fun.
you get to see it.
See the joy.
You get to see the joy. So many of these people that are referred to us are from home health and hospice. And so a lot of those patients don't have visitors. And this year especially, with how crazy it's been, and everyone has been shut up, just to have someone come to their house and show interest and some kind words,
Yes.
a visit can completely change the vision of their life.
That's one day they go to bed with a smile on their face. I've been involved in it. I know this from true experience. They are so happy.
And
You
the
get from
teenagers
tears.
get so much. The kids get so much out of this. They go and they see the need, and so many parents have told me that kids have come back and said, I don't need anything for Christmas. I don't need a lot of that I got. I didn't know this existed. I didn't know the needs that were in our backyard. And so this, not only does this program bring people together and get in the spirit of Christmas and understand the meaning but they walk away with different perspectives. And the children learn valuable lessons at the same time of things aren't important, people are.
People are. What about this? Tell me about this.
So
You was
this is-
explaining
yeah,
that to
so
me. It
this
is so
one of my
cute.
favorite things. We send these coloring sheets out to our schools, and children color them, and we send one out with every meal. And so I was telling Jeffrey, one of the main things that we get calls about is everyone loving their coloring sheet. I never would expect that the first year. But when we get calls or letters, and we do, and I want everyone to know who participates in this program, you may not ever hear a thank you. You may not ever see these people again. But we know it makes a difference. They call us. They tell us what it means to them. They tell us their story in letters of their wine dying of cancer, and they've lost their jobs and they have to take care of them, and how this meal has changed their week and their look on life and their look on their community of knowing that they care about them. But I say all of that to say that this is one of the things that they comment on.
You know,
a
when
lot.
we was sitting over there talking and you was just giving me some stuff and telling me about it, I felt good that I knew enough about the program that I could say things. But I was like you. I could see that being cute. I'm going to tell a little secret. I love the color. I love the old time crayons in the box, the long old box.
I do too. There's just something about
Coloring.
Yeah.
And when I used to, when I was in school, I had one of those coloring boxes. And yes, I have a coloring book at home. And that's what I do sometimes when I'm thinking. So many of them commercials you see have come from me just sitting there coloring.
It's
And
just a release of
yeah, I color a lot. So when you told me that, that's why I started smiling like that. Because I'm going to color one of these and
Are you
put on
gonna sign-
somebody's turkey.
Well, you've got to sign your name.
Yeah,
See, a
well, I'm
lot
gonna
of
sign my
these kids
name.
sign their name on the back, or they'll sign their name up front on the top, so
I'm gonna have to
people
color
can
me
see their
one.
name.
You know, you was talking about the Piggly Wiggly being so involved. You know, I look at Pike County, and I have to. It's just what we've been dealing with for 9 months. The reason I got the months in my head is I was listening to the news last night and it said 9 months, and I thought about that. You talking about a blessing? 9 months of the COVID. People in Pike County still struggling along. We finna give away 600 turkeys.
Yes, we are.
We're giving away jobs. We still just pushing through. You know, we can't let nothing cripple us to where we give up. We got to keep pushing,
We
keep
do.
pushing.
And
Kelly,
support the locals.
and support the locals. I come on this TV show and I changed some things in safety. We was just getting from one restaurant, and it was fine because all other ones was doing good. But I started letting them bring it to us and got picked out some of them and kind of moved it around. And if we ain't doing your restaurant, that means you didn't call me back. But I called the people and I encourage people when you go through these drive-thrus, give them a little tip if it ain't nothing but $1, because their financial situation has changed. I want to share something with you. I've learned in my older age, God blesses us so much when we help other people.
They do.
He
does.
likes when because that's all he did. I mean, he sent his son, and when we do it, we're showing a character of him.
Well, I know
And that's what you do all the time.
I know you've heard this quote probably more than I have, and I love it. And it came from my father-in-law, and you've known him a lot longer than I have, so I'm sure you know it. And he would say, "How many hamburgers can you eat?"
How many hamburgers can you eat? Yeah, I know it.
And if you don't know what that means you can't take everything with you to your grave. So when you got enough for you to eat, it is your job to give back.
That's right.
And he lived by that. And
How
a
many
lot of people
hamburgers can you eat?
didn't know. He didn't want the recognition.
No.
And that's one thing I think he has planted a seed within the companies is it's important to always give back and do what you can. And when you are blessed, it is your duty.
Yes.
you know, to do as much as you can for other people.
Well, we can settle that up real quickly. You can go to scripture and it says, "To whom much is given, much is required."
That's right.
And I face that a lot. You know, when me and Sean both, when I bring a student in, I say this every Monday. That whole class in there. The first thing I tell them, I didn't hire you to drive a truck. Sean just heard me say it this morning. I didn't hire you to drive a truck. I hired you to make a career of driving a truck. I am 59 years old. That's the only job I ever had. So I can say it'll be successful to you.
Right.
Because it can.
That's right.
And people look at that and they buy into it. They buy into it. Just like your turkeys from heaven. You've been doing it for 7 years.
7 years, and
7
we started
years.
doing 50, and now it's 600.
So how did you do, Kelly? You just every year just eased up? Or-
Well, here's the thing. There's always more you can do. But you can only do as much as the volunteers that you have.
Okay.
We can do
So you picked up-
2,500.
You picked up volunteers, so you picked up your numbers.
So when we know we can do more based on how much interest and participation we had the last year, and we know the need that we had before, because you've got to, we have to order turkeys in July. So I have to project of how much I think we can do. So if we go over 600 referrals, we typically will have to go and get chickens to cook at that point because it's hard to get turkeys at the last minute. But you do have to draw the line. You have to cut it off. And that's one thing that I hate doing. But we get the participation, and we can do. I mean, it takes hundreds of men to cook. It takes hundreds of volunteers to assemble. It takes hundreds of people to get out there and drive around the counties and deliver. So we can only do as much as participation that we have. But I'd like to tell the few people that may not know about the program exactly how it works, just a second, because there are people that are constantly hearing of the program. But what we deliver a turkey, a green bean casserole, bread, cranberry sauce, and a dessert. So within that, you can either participate by volunteering your time to come and help us assemble. You can volunteer your time by delivering. You can buy turkey for $15 at Piggly Wiggly, if you can spare that. Some people have more time than money, and some people have more money than time. So if you don't have the time, but you've got some money that you can either donate to the program. We are a nonprofit, so we are a 501c3, which you can claim on your taxes. And we have to buy things in bulk. We have to get all the things the oils, the pans, everything it takes to make it happen, we have to buy in bulk. Food. Or you can donate just $15. You can come and color a sheet to send out. So your children can come, teenagers can come. We give out community service hours, so all the school organizations can get together and come and participate, and you get community service hours. So there literally is something for everyone.
Something for everyone. It's a program everyone can be a part of. Mr. Johnny at the Piggly Wiggly, that's a good man.
He is, and it's kind of interesting when you do things local, things come full circle. I remember going to their stores when I was little, with no shoes on, running around those aisles with my grandparents. And now they are one of the biggest supporters of the program in order to help us do that.
I tell people, here last couple of years I've been doing a lot of work with Mr. Johnny, and we do the rodeo and stuff like that. And I tell him when you see him, it's something good. It's like when you come on a show, you know it's something good. It's not about Mr. Dunn, and they just work him, and he just be so happy to work, and he have his little shit. I like him.
There, he's a jewel.
Just that I cannot get my mind off and wrapped around it. Pike County has got what I call cornerstones. They got some people.
Salt of the earth.
Yeah, they just right here in Pike County, and they just got it held down, and you can reach out to them. You can reach out to them.
Well, and I've always, and people have heard me say this time and time again, and I say it because I like saying it because it's true. In Pike County, if you give people an opportunity to help, and if you show them ways they can help, they will help.
They will help.
People don't always know what to do. They don't always know how they can help. But if you show them, they'll step up to the plate and do what's necessary.
Well, you just gave a prime example when you said some people got more time than money. Some people got more money than time. So you fixed it. Either or
Yes.
can help.
Yes.
You can help. And I'm going to have Trojan Detail, Matt. They're going to deliver some like they did last year, and I'm going to deliver some. I'm going to stay on my same job. I like to just get in one place and stay. Now, I like to stand around with the guys when they're cooking because, this is a time, men, you can show off your grill, because they be timing it.
Oh, yeah,
they
it's
be
so
timing it.
funny.
Oh, boys.
Let me show you what I did the grill this week
I
or this
just put out
year.
5 more boys. I'm about 5 ahead of y'all already, but don't worry about it. And guys like that.
Well, my husband got a grill for his birthday one year from me, and I said, "Happy birthday! Now we can cook some turkeys."
What did he say?
He just laughed at me. He's like, "Of course."
I'm glad you bought him that grill because we use it a lot
You
at the
do,
truck
don't
lines.
you? I think we
use
need
it a
another
lot
one.
at the truck lines. I probably done used it more than he has. He don't care, but it's always funny. Now I know why. Every time, because I know how he feels about when he comes up, boy, and they using that grill, he walks all around and look at it, They say that Apple don't bone. I can say this. This is live TV because it's nothing bad. It's just really touching. They say the apple don't fall from the tree. And I like to tell live experiences. I'm walking by just a corporate office, and your husband is sitting in there. It was eerie, because he was, Mr. Wiley, he is healed, and he was sitting just like his daddy, and I was like, oh my God. And I almost teared up, and the picture you got of him in the door when you go in there, but it's funny that when I watched the commercial, oh boy, I hope I ain't in trouble, but when I watched the commercial about turning into your dad, I think about your husband.
He is.
I don't know what that's
I tell
scary.
him that all the time.
Do you really?
And it's a good thing.
And me and Derek Thompson talk about that all the time. He is just more and more every day. But you know what that does? That's just let us know we're on a road of success.
That's right.
That's all that does. Let's go over this one more time because I really want people to know. So you can deliver. You can volunteer your time by cooking. Don't matter if you got a grill that'll cook 5, 2, 1, it don't matter. But the greatest thing I like is you can go by the Piggly Wigglies and just pay $15
Right.
and pay for a turkey.
Well, I want to go back to something you just said.
Okay.
Because those men knew to surround themselves with good people. And that's key to a successful business.
Yes.
So, yes, we can talk about, I think you appreciate him in a lot of ways, being like his dad, but they are surrounded by good people, and that's what makes that company great.
Oh, I tell Brandy and Keith and Dale and Sean, I thank them all the time. I never try to act like I'm the big man. I tell them we all a group here. We work together.
But I had to say that.
Yeah.
Because it's important to recognize when you've got good people surrounding you.
When you go to recognizing good people, it makes them work harder.
And they need that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know they're working hard, and it's appreciated
and it's going good. One of the greatest things I find out about working hard it gives you a sense of feeling. You know, when you work hard and you know you've done right, especially if I have a young driver that comes in and this guy is just kind of lost. I remember when I come to Sanders, I was kind of lost.
Absolutely.
I was
I
kind of
remember
lost.
my first job.
Yeah, and I kind of throw my arm around them. If they'll let me, my biggest saying that I say is, let me help you now.
Right.
Don't fix it why I can't help you. Let me help
you.
If you let me help you, I help you. Especially when it comes to this. Because I know a little something about this.
That's
I've
right.
been around it.
How long have you been there, Jeffrey?
I am all my life. When I come out of high school, I come there for the summer to work a summer job, and I was going back. I never left. I got fascinated with trucks. I got fascinated with the gauges and
Well, that's my husband's passion.
I just got to. I looked in one day and I liked it, and I said I was gonna learn how to drive, and I really didn't know how. Cause remember I was working on a trash truck, but I worked my way to it and got to learn how to drive them. And
the American way, isn't it?
yeah, and your father-in-law saw something in me, and he gave me a chance. I tell people that probably the best decision I ever made in life. He asked me to fly somewhere, and I didn't fly at the time. I told him I was scared, and the next call I got was from him himself, and he was saying if I didn't like it, he wouldn't ask me again. Well, I'm gonna be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I was too scared to say no.
Yeah, he's kind of hard to say no to.
I said, yes, sir. And I remember him calling back and telling him, so, well, I know one thing about him. I don't think he knows but 2 words of that. Because the whole conversation, everything he said, yes, sir. I never knew what my parents meant when they used to say, yes, sir, no, ma'am. I'll carry you a long ways, boy. Now go sit down.
Yes, it will.
And I thought to myself, wow, really? But now I can say it will carry you a long ways. To this day, it will still carry. People love to be around polite people.
Well, a friend of mine, that's funny, a friend of mine from Kentucky moved back to Kentucky, and her son was here for 7 years, and she said everyone comments about him when he says yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And she said that he got that from Troy, Alabama.
That's kind of what
She
we
does.
say. That's kind of what we say, and it shows a recognition that you're telling this person, I got respect for you.
Right.
Basically, what you said, I got respect. Yes, sir.
That's right.
No, ma'am. All right. You
Okay,
like my
well,
set? You like my
I
set?
love it.
You like my set?
I do. It suits
You know,
you well.
I'm gonna give you something that I'm gonna tell all your secrets today. You told me that I need something to sit up here,
Yes.
and you hadn't got a cup yet.
Thank you. I thought I was going to get this for Christmas. Well, I guess it is Christmas, so I'm going to take it.
I hadn't gave you a cup, and I told Tony Swindler that I
This
did.
is my
right?
first one.
Yeah, I told Tony, I say, because I've been giving them away pretty rapidly, and I say, you know what? I've got to get Kelly one of them cups because you gave me that idea.
If I knew this was for me, I would have had some water in it.
You gave me that idea, and thank you again.
Do you give those off to your guests?
Let's just a repeated guess.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, if it's a first time. Yeah. Those cups are a little.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
They're a
but
little pricey, though.
Yeah, they're a little pricey, but aren't they beautiful?
They are. They turn out good.
They turn out
I think I
right.
need to get Stephen one of these.
Well, we're not gonna let you leave him without the boss one.
Well, I think you might need to give him that.
All right,
What do you
I'll
think?
do that. I'll do that.
That can be his Christmas present.
No.
That's a good one. He'd love that.
Oh, yeah.
He likes a coffee cup with big handles.
Does he really?
Yeah.
I got we changed up our hats. I don't have many of them, but we got some new hats, and they're so pretty. They got the red bib instead of the black. I've been riding one in my truck for him,
I
and
need to
either I
see that.
see him and miss him, and this morning I run out the door and didn't bring it with
Oh,
me
he's
because
always needing hats.
he likes that stuff that I give him. If I get something new, eventually I always take him some out and sit, and I eventually get it up to his office.
Yeah.
He's always taking it.
Well, let me tell these people where we're having this again this year.
Let's go.
The same place. So we're going to be at the Cattlemen's Association building on 231 South, December 22nd, all day long until every meal's delivered. We go into Pike County, Dale County, Bullitt County, and into Crenshaw County. And Cattlemen's Building is logistically positioned fabulous in order to go through all those different counties. So everybody can be at one place at one time, so it's really helped us. If it's raining, we can do it, rain or shine. December
gonna
22nd,
happen.
it's going to happen.
Man. It's gonna happen.
But what a little bit is different this year from years past because of COVID, we get all our desserts donated. And typically, groups and Sunday school groups get together and they cook the desserts and donate them to us.
Mm-hmm.
But because of COVID, we're asking that desserts be bought as much
In a
as
container.
can, just to limit the exposure down for the elderly. So, so we collect those on December 21st. So Monday, December 21st, we will be there setting up and collecting all of our desserts. So if you can buy dessert, we would very much appreciate that and deliver it to us and come out and bring it to us. We do that the day before because anything we don't have, we go buy. So we'll have to go buy it that day and
so
have it
you'll
ready
be
for
trying
the
to get
next
your
day.
count on what you're going to need.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody hear that now, December the 21st.
December 21st, we set up,
Desserts.
collect desserts. All the men come, bring their grills that day. They set up their grills, and they show up the next morning on the 22nd, bright and early, typically about 4:30, to get turkeys on the grill. And that'll cook, and we'll have our first turkeys coming off about 10 o'clock. So as soon as they start coming off the grill, we'll start delivering. So
And I know everybody gonna just think I love to eat, but you know the favorite part about that going down there, the smell.
the smell, yes, and we
It is a smell that I know that's weird, but that smell of all those grills just and the smoke.
and
I get excited.
kudos to Jim Jackson. He has always showed up with breakfast to cook for all the men. So he loves doing that, and he feeds all of our guys through the day and in the morning with breakfast. So thank you, Jim, for always doing that.
Thank you, Jim. I'm gonna make sure I get there early. I don't usually get there that early, but if you cooking breakfast, I'm gonna get there. Kelly, you know this, but I'm gonna tell you again anyway. You know you got to come back one more time.
I will. I'll be back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
You've got the information.
And I will keep talking about them.
Charles Rawls, if there's a man out there that wants to grill, Charles Rawls is the head master griller, we call him.
Is you gonna bring him back with you this year? He came late.
I'm gonna try, but he is hunting. I want him to come with me, so I'll call him and see if he'll
Call
come
him,
to
tell
me.
him I said I want him to come. He was so funny the last time.
But he has a lot of information, and he makes it easy for the guys. He organizes all of that. But if you are interested in grilling, can I give Charles his number out real quick?
Sure.
His number is 372-1907. If you are a church, if you are an agency in Pike County, home health, hospice, a school, DHRs participates. If you are any kind of program within any of those counties, you're welcome to call me to refer families if you see a need. My number is 372-4576.
All right. Or you can call me here at Truck Talk. Or my number is 334-372-5049, and I'll be glad to help you if you can't get up with Miss Sanders, and I'll help you get your donations in because we want them in. And don't forget about the parade tonight on the square. They told me to be sure to announce that at 7 o'clock.
And I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be cool.
You know, we talk about Pike County, and I know you got to go, but I love the square.
I do too.
I love the square.
Someone needs to film a Hallmark movie. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
the square is good.
Sorry, my
maybe
voice
we
is
ain't got
going out
nothing
on
on
me. I need some water, Jeffrey.
You need some water? We're going to commercial break, and we'll be right back with my next guest.
Working so hard to keep America moving.
I never know where to look.
We know that the world's crazy right now, and things are trying, and we know that this is a difficult time, but we're so thankful for you guys that continue to stay on the road and keep us going. We know it's not easy, and you have family back home and friends, and we just appreciate it so much. There's so much that we take for granted that we realize right now that without those trucks going around the country, we wouldn't have any of these supplies. So thank you guys very much. Keep up the good work, and we appreciate it.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line, be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today.
Hey everybody, Mike McDowell, driver of the Love's Travel Stop Ford Mustang for Front Row Motorsports. Just want to send out a special thanks to all you out there that are working so hard to keep America moving. We know that the world's crazy right now and things are trying, and we know that this is a difficult time, but we're so thankful for you guys that continue to stay on the road and keep us going. We know it's not easy, and you have family back home and friends, and we just appreciate it so much. There's so much that we take for granted that we realize right now that without those trucks going around the country, we wouldn't have any of these supplies. So thank you guys very much. Keep up the good work, and we appreciate it.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line, be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today.
Hey everybody, Mike McDowell, driver of the Love's Travel Stop Ford Mustang for Front Row Motorsports. Just want to send out a special thanks to all you out there that are working so hard to keep America moving. We know that the world's crazy right now, and things are trying, and we know that this is a difficult time, but we're so thankful for you guys that continue to stay on the road and keep us going. We know it's not easy, and you have family back home and friends, and we just appreciate it so much. There's so much that we take for granted that we realize right now that without those trucks going around the country, we wouldn't have any of these supplies. So thank you guys very much. Keep up the good work, and we appreciate it.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. And we're back. We're live. I tell y'all what, that was my fault. We're ready. I keep saying we're ready. We're there. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had technical difficulty this morning. It was kind of serious. Steve's wife was in an accident. I think Justin is in Montgomery with his wife in the hospital. So y'all bear with us. This is Pipe County. You know, we just keep going no matter what happens. Good morning, Mr. Page.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't get away with it. What is your name? Tell everybody.
Carrie. I'm Carrie Meads.
Carrie, sadly to say, you're here today to tell us something that's not very cheerful, but Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines have said from day one that we was here to help in this community. You had sent me an email and realized I dropped the ball. I picked it back up the other day. But you was telling me some good stuff. I know your brother had a tragic thing that happened to him. But you're making baskets. Just kind of tell us what you was telling me.
Yeah, so my brother was in an incident back in October. These 6 individuals kind of, I guess you would say, jumped him. He was riding his 4-wheeler just out and about, and they beat him up really bad and stole his 4-wheeler and his wallet. It's been on the news, and they do have these 6 individuals in custody, but my brother had spinal damage and he can't walk at this time, and we don't know if that he's going to be paralyzed, you know, from now on, or if he'll ever be walking again. We don't know, but he is getting some sensational feelings in the legs, but it's still not a promise of him walking. But we are trying to raise funds the best way possible, because he doesn't have any insurance at this time. I've got a few raffle baskets set up. We've got a huge women's basket and a men's basket. The tickets for the raffle are $10 a piece or per chance. And we're trying to kind of get some ideas on, what else we could do for them.
So basically, me and you was talking in the bank the other day, and I told you, I said, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're leaving this to you. Tell us something. Help us. We want to raise some money, and we know it's at a bad time with this, and I hate to keep saying it, but it is what it is with this COVID-19. But we want some help. We want some help. Feel free to call me at 334-372-5049, or you can email me at hallstead@wsanders.com. You may have an idea. You may have something old around your house that you want to auction off. I had thought about that at one time, and I'd be so busy, and like I said, I dropped the ball, but we're going to do something. We're going to set a date now. We're going to have a good donation. Man, we're going to do it with heaven. It's Turkeys with Heaven. We're going to do it around the time Turkeys with Heaven. We're going to make sure we have it then. And I want to start off by saying I'm so sorry you had to go through this.
Yeah, thank you.
Carrie, been knowing you for years and coming into the bank, and I would just have to think your brother's a lot like you, so I'm sorry for that. But explain to me this basket that you have made that you're doing.
Yeah, so the women's basket, we've got several donations from all of the Troy local businesses around the square, the boutiques, everything, is trying to support as well. The women's basket, if you're interested, just let me or Hoss Daddy know. The women's basket has t-shirts, candles. It includes free tanning from Sunshine Tanning. We have lotions as well from Sunshine Tanning. There are products from Jennifer Marie's boutique. We also have Mary Kay products in the basket. We have free haircuts. We have a free meal provided also from Crow's Chicken, and a gift certificate from Sticky Frogs, the signs and shirts. The men's basket, we have some hats donated from Jabs. We have things in there from Village Coffee. We have tools in there, shampoo. There's thermoses, free haircuts as well on that one, and another meal provided from Crow's Chicken, and another gift certificate as well. But there are several goodies in there if you're interested. Like I said, all the donations and everything go toward the, proceeds for benefiting my brother, and, the medical supplies and the medicine and everything that he's needing, because we're literally out of pocket with everything right now.
So you have a ladies' basket and a
men's basket. They're separate.
So I want to give you, put that as a free car wash from Trojan Detail.
Okay.
And I put the cup in there.
Okay.
Put a cup in. I'm gonna do the same thing for the women and the men.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see what we just donated, and I'm gonna try to get you some shirts from Sanders. Y'all know we had a nice polo. Let me pull my shirts down. Yeah, Sean got on one. We got some nice shirts out there now. I'm gonna try to get those in your basket. And
thank you.
I do want to tell you this. I do want to give you encouraging words. I do read a little bit, and he won't put no more on you than you can bear. It's gonna be fine. I wish I could tell you how, but I know it is.
Yeah.
I know it is. I love your spirit, though. You have not changed your smile, and I'm gonna credit that to the gym, because I see you going into the gym.
Watch out now.
I'm gonna credit that to them. But I don't know. You ever seen Sean in y'all bank?
I don't know. We get so many customers.
Yeah, Sean is one of our road recruiters, and I tell all the recruiters, I don't call them my recruiters, I tell all the Wiley Sanders Truckline recruiters too, that anytime they're in town, if they want to come by the show, they come by, because this is for them. And he called me last week, and he said, I'm gonna be in town, and he's doing a job fair here Wednesday, and he did not want to miss out, and he said, I'll come by Monday, and I'll come on the show if it's okay. I say, sure, come on. Sean, kind of tell me this. You do the road, and I know how it works, but tell the audience just how do your job go, because you have a unique position, because you not only recruit, but you deliver freight in the process of your recruiting. So kind of tell us how that goes.
It's a very unique position. We at Wiley Sanders believes in transparency, and even in our methods of recruiting young men and women, we think that the best way to reach them would be to give them a taste of reality. Mm-hmm. So I'm a driver. I make deliveries all over as like my other brothers and sisters here at Wiley Sanders, but we have freight in every state in America and even in Canada. So why not talk to the young men and women that live in these states? And so if I'm in a particular area and there is a CDL school there, or an employment service there that are looking to get young men and women hired as drivers, then I hold a fellowship. That's what I'll call it. I don't really want to call it a recruitment. It's a fellowship with them to give them the opportunity to maybe choose our family. But the key is when I show up in Charlene, my truck, and they get an opportunity to put their hands on it to see the reality of what their potential is here. Their beginning potential, actually. It's a great feeling, and it's a great time, and we've been very successful with it.
Well, I don't want to put you on the spot here, but I know you go to a lot of schools, and I don't know whether you're like me or not, but I love to watch a student come in, watch them go through the 10 weeks and then become a driver. What are some of the things you do when you go back? I call it when you relap a school and you can tell them, you carry the same book, I don't care what the training is made, and you can say, this guy come from right here. Do you get a joy out of that too? I mean, that's just my key point there. I love it.
That's the best part of what I do. People give a lot of weight to examples, and being able to share with them some of their fellow students, some of their fellow classmates that have come out and have been successful, to show them factual numbers of what they're bringing home, and to share with them their stories. It is outstanding. You build a relationship. Wally Sanders does not believe in segregation, discrimination. Anyone can be successful. Anyone at any time, and we help our family members pursue those dreams. So being able to get out there, pull up in my truck, make my delivery on my pickup. Sometimes I've even spent the night at some of these schools to make sure that we're able to reach not only the day shift, but the night shift as well. Sometimes even on the weekends. I remember we talked one time, you're like, what are you doing at school on the weekend? That's right. We are everywhere all the time.
Yeah. Well, you know, doing two birds with one stone, talking to you and talking to Karen. Want me and you race for $100 for a donation of her, but I want the big one. I hope the camera got your face look when you looked at that. I hope the camera, you looked at me like, come on. You like,
he would make it a challenge like that.
Huh? Yeah, you get the little one, I'll take the big one.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just tie it to the back of one of our bar tails.
You know, we say this in a joking manner. I've been knowing Carrie for a good while now, because I pick at her when I come in the bank all the time.
Yeah.
She sent me an email. Sean will tell you I'm the world's worst at email. I'm getting so much better. But anyway, I answered back, who is this? and she called me. No, I answered. No, I didn't. I didn't say, who is this? I said, call me, because I didn't know who it was. When she called me, I asked who it was.
It's me.
She said, Carrie, you don't know me. No. But I want to say this. I hate the situation that it is, but I'm proud to know that you know what Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Line is about. Mm-hmm. I think one of the things that a lot of people don't understand when you say Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Lines, they just think nothing but Wally Sanders and Truck Talk. But I tell everybody, this is for the community. Right. I much did a commercial talking about what we wanted to do here. You just saw Miss Kelly Sanders sit here, exactly. And she said one of the boss's favorite quotes, and oh man, when she said that, it just made me think. He used to always say, how many hamburgers can you eat?
Right.
You can't eat for so many. It's just like eating a steak that's too big.
Right.
You ever order a steak that's too big? It's too big, you can't eat it, but it's tasting so good, so you go to cutting little pieces off of it. No, wrap it up and take it home to your pig. Let him have some enjoyment. Or give it to the guy that's standing outside that didn't get nothing to eat.
Right, exactly.
I want you to know that I'm going to come by your office and get some of that paperwork. And just like I'm going to announce this turkey's from heaven, I'm going to announce that, because that's what we're here for. It makes me proud to be a part of a company that will pay for this. We're not funded. Wally Sanders Truck Line takes care of this, and which I like, because when people go to helping you, sometimes they try to tell you what to do. We don't. Right. We can come on. We can talk about your brother for 30 minutes if we want to. We can talk about recruiting for 30 minutes. We can talk about turkeys for heaven as long as we want to, because We're not funded by nobody. We're funded by the good people at Sanders Truck Line, Wiley Sanders Truck Line, which is great for this community.
It is.
It's great for this community because if we live at some point in time, we're gonna need help.
Right.
I needed help this morning. Oh man, I got a couple of people that was out and we was running around like I was like a chicken with
Yeah,
a
I saw that.
And even at work, we were shorthanded this morning. But I want to say this to you: keep your head up, keep doing what you're doing, and that's why I want to give you that stuff to put in. And I'm gonna
Thank
start
you.
talking about it. I work for a major radio station part time. The Big KD, they're partner with us. We let them put a tower up at the body shop. People in Troy can have that radio station because of that. Because at no charge.
Oh, wow.
That's the kind of people that Wiley Sanders Truck Lines is. We advertise on it, you know, they help us with that. But I want to say this to you. You keep telling people. You just don't know the blessing may be right around the corner.
That's
Bible
true.
says we have not because we ask not. And you're asking, and I'm asking everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you to go by Troy Bank and Trust and do what you can do. I'm going to call out some people
Yes, we
now.
have a benefit account set up with Troy Bank and Trust. It's for the benefit of Michael Meads. If you feel like donating, just tell him it's just need to put this donation in the benefit account for Michael Meads.
Let me ask you something. I tell people all the time I'm a numbers person. I'm always playing with numbers. What's the population of Pike County? I don't know. I mean, give me a guess.
Oh no.
I like when I
Yes,
ask
that
people
is
stuff and they
fine.
look at me and go like, "Really, Hoss? You really did
Yeah,
me
you
like
really
that?"
asked me that.
You really- Okay. Let's say if we got 3,000 people in Troy. I'm sure it's more than that.
I'm sure it is more.
Okay, let's do 5,000.
Okay.
Let's do 10,000. If everybody in Troy gave $1. Now, somewhere today, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy an energy drink. I'm kind of cheap. I don't go to the place they ain't got them 2 for $4. I get mad. Oh, I hate to buy one that ain't do. But sometime today, I'm gonna buy an energy drink.
I probably will too.
And I'm gonna buy some potato chips. So I'm talking to people. I'm gonna give my $1, but I'm still gonna buy the. But I'm talking to somebody that may be on a low budget. Just
Right.
I'm gonna challenge you now to go buy Troy Bank and Trust and just give that $1. Let your blessing come from above. That's all I'm trying to tell you
That's
to do. I mean, no, you can't buy a blessing, but I'm saying you can help. If everybody gave $1, just $1, you just think of what y'all would have. And
Yeah, that's true.
and when I come back in there, do not be afraid because I got 2 books satchels over here that I'm talking with stuff in it. Man, I get busy and I'll forget. But if I'm in that bank, just tell me. Don't forget what you said on TV. I don't like to get on Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines and say stuff and don't do it myself.
Right. I understand.
And I've had people to notice it when I've drilled it. When the restaurants, and some of them are still closed, and you have to go through the drive-thru.
Right.
I would tell them, I said, get them people something, because I can promise you their hours are being cut. It's not for them like it used to be.
Right.
And I had a lady to tell me one time, so I know you're going to give me a tip. I heard it on your show. and I did. And I always do.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing. You can take the same method with that. If you just give them $1. For 100 people coming in that day, they got $100.
$100. Yeah.
It don't take a lot.
No.
It just take a lot of people that want to do a lot.
Right.
Huh? You're going to use that again.
That's right.
It don't take a lot. It just take a lot of people that want to do a lot. You know, Sean, I want to share this with you. I've been going up to Rock Springs, Georgia. You know how me and you, we won't quit.
Right.
And I went up there last week. And Gary, I just told the class, I said, look, now I done been up here 3 times. And I ain't got nothing from up here. My boss ain't gonna keep letting me come up here, and I'm supposed to be good. Now, I'm gonna really take my time today. Before I left, a guy give me an application. Now, I don't know what he gave it to me because of a little speech or what, but I got an application. When I got back the next day, I had several they had put in online. You have to tell people what you need.
That's right.
I told that class, I need some of y'all. I just told them. Was that the reason they did it? I don't know, but I got them. Whatever reason
Whatever
they did, I'm
reason.
glad. Yes, sir.
You brought something up. Now I'm going to address this because it's something that has been that I run into a lot while I'm on the road. We have young men and women that come from all walks of life, all types of situations and hardships, and I think I can develop a relationship. Let me show you something, and I put it in my pocket so I could. This card right here. This card I know is old and it's worn out, but I keep this in my pocket I keep it in my wallet rather, to show humility. God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. I was homeless, and this card would actually give me access to the shelter. Okay, regardless of my military history and what happened while I was in service and when I came out, the perfect storm hit. And I found myself in the shelter at the very bottom. And the support that was given by everyone around us led me to truck driving school. Truck driving school led me to Wiley Sanders. And when I made it to Wiley Sanders, I realized that people care. People don't. It doesn't, and here at Wiley, we don't care where you come from. We're focused on where you're going. And if we can help you get there, that's what we'll do. So when I speak to these young men and women, I can reach them in places that a lot of people hadn't been before. And they see that and they feel that. And like you said, they buy into it. Mm-hmm. And like Doug Kitchen says, our safety director, there's a culture that's developed here. Mm-hmm. And there's a culture that we're continuously nourishing to let people know that you can be successful. You can be everything that your aspirations want you to get to. You know, so but I digress on that. I'm sorry, I just brought it up. You know.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, you made me think about Jack Hawkins, and yes, I watch a lot of commercials because I do a lot of commercials. Mm-hmm. So I watch a lot of TV, and he has a commercial where he's sitting in a chair. And I don't look as good as Mr. Jack, so I ain't gonna try that. But anyway, he says, we meet a student where he or she is. Sanders, because I'm gonna tell you, see, you didn't tell the other part of the story. I'm gonna tell the other part of the story. Sanders met you where you was and worked with you from there. But now I'm finna put you on blast, because about 4 weeks ago, you purchased a what?
Yeah, a house. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you purchased that house because we met you where you was and you worked and was able to purchase a what?
House.
Okay.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
I said that to say this. There may be another Sean Page out there. And you may not know which way to turn. And Sean, what you just did, you opened my door to what I always talk about. Everybody's not college material. I was one of them. My sister works right over there at Troy University. She's a doctor over there. Great education. My family would have gave me the same education they gave her. I couldn't do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not for everyone.
But I didn't do too bad because Sanders met me where I was.
That's right.
And put me where I am.
Where you are today.
So when we learn to do just be who we are,
mm-hmm.
but be good at it.
Right.
Be good at it. I'm not encouraging you to do bad. Now I'm telling you to be good, be loving, and be kind, and have a work ethic. Our forefathers had a work ethic. I could tell you some stories my granddaddy used to tell me, but anyway, what I'm saying to you, if you got a work ethic, go to school and do what's right. Go to church and get you a good job and do what the supervisor tells you. Oh, there is a better day.
Mm-hmm.
There is a better day. There is a better day. But I want you to, Carrie, take those cups and put them in those bags.
Yes, I definitely will.
And text me sometime when I'm here on the show and tell me don't forget, because I want to mention that every Monday from 9 to Christmas.
Yeah, I'll
And
bring
I'm looking
you
for bring me a
something
fly.
to.
I'm
yeah.
looking for a big day. I'm looking for something big to happen. I didn't just have you to come on here just to have you to come. I had you to come on here because we're gonna help you. Somebody's listening to Truck Talk. This Truck Talk with Wallace Sanders this morning. Man, they thought of something. They thought of something. So we don't want them to be afraid to share their idea. I want you to give your
Yeah.
email out again, please.
Oh, the what now?
Your email. Give your email.
Oh, my email is, you can email me at the bank if you want to. It's kqualls@troybankandtrust.com, or my personal email is Kerry, KERILMEADS and again, we have a benefit account open for the benefit of Michael Meads at Troy Bank and Trust.
Okay. Well, we're about to get out of here, but I want to take this time out to say, Sean,
Hey,
thank you.
man, thank you.
Thank you for coming by, and I guess I've held true to my word. There's always an open chair for you.
The hiring event.
Yeah, tell us about that.
This Wednesday here in Troy, right at your local career center, we will be taking applications for young men and women that want to be a part of our family. Even if you do not have a CDL, the Career Center has a process that can get you started, and we have several CDL schools right here in the area that will get you on your way. But we want to see you. Paul Staddy's going to be there. I'm going to be there. We may even have some surprise guests come around. But if you're looking to get your life started, you're a bit confused as how to do so, or if you have a CDL already and you're trying to make that CDL make you some money, come and see us. We're right here in your backyard.
That is a great statement. You know, I try to tell people this, and I don't know whether you do this or not, but I was in at the 82 Junction yesterday. I stopped at that store, and it was a guy that had his headset on. Yeah, I was eavesdropping. I heard him say, "Well, I just don't want to," he was fussing with his dispatcher, of course, I think it was. And I just handed him one of my cards. I do that a lot. Sometimes when I leave anytime, I got a roll of Scotch tape in my truck. I'll tape it. Let me tell you something. I've got 2 drivers like that from other companies. This one happened. I don't dare sell another. I got too much respect. I'm not gonna sell another company's name. But I did, and I recruit. My job is to recruit for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, and I'm gonna do that.
And you do good, as Kelly said.
And I'm not gonna miss an opportunity if I see somebody. I'm not going on nobody else's property. That was a store.
Right.
He was buying something. I was buying something. I was legit. And I just used my last 2
You just took
cards.
the initiative.
Yeah, I just used my last 2 cards to give you the free car washes from Trojan Details. So I'll have to.
Well, thank you.
Nothing irritates me no more than to be talking to somebody about trucking, and they say, "Do you have a card?" That does something to me if I don't have my card. And I give out so many, but I about got them in every vehicle now. I've stashed them and I got them in my motorcycle pack, and cause you be riding and people. That's the first thing people gonna ask
they
you.
want a
Especially
card.
older people. None of the young people. They'll tell you hit it and they'll bump it in their phone. But the older guys,
yeah.
they want you to give them a card so they can reference back to it. Y'all, we've had a good time, Carrie. It's gonna be okay. And you tell your brother I said to just keep hanging in there. And I do want to go back to this. You say he had some sensation, so.
Yeah,
what the doctors say about that?
Yeah, I mean, the nerves seem to be trying to communicate, from the brain to the legs. When he first got out of the hospital, he was paralyzed from here down. He could move his arms. And due to the spinal damage, this hand was pretty messed up. He is working with it. He couldn't even close it, or he couldn't even pick up a Coke bottle or anything. But the sensational feeling, it's almost like when you have a pair of blue jeans on and you feel like you run your leg, rub your leg, that weird feeling. as time progressed, he was able, or he is able to feel somewhat where you are touching at, but he cannot like voluntarily move his legs. Um, he can't just pick his leg up, you know. You just every day you think about, oh, let me get up and walk over here, or let me just, you know, like if I uncross my leg. You know, he can't do that.
Yeah.
But I will say, yesterday he did. It takes so much energy out of his body to try to just move a certain part, like even his foot or something, you know. But he actually yesterday, like if you tap his knee, it'll jump. So I mean,
That's a great
small,
sign.
yeah. So but it's still not a guarantee that he'll be able to walk. He may get all of his feeling back. He may not get all of his feeling back. It's still, we don't know. You know, the doctor said it's, you know, 50-50 chance.
Well, that's good. That's good. At least he's got a chance. At least he's
right.
got a chance. We're going to be
It's not
praying
ruled
that
out,
the
but-
doctors are not right. We're going to be praying that it happens 100%. We're going to claim that now. Well, I want you to know that I want you to come back just before Christmas one more time, and let's see what we've done.
I did want to mention the drawing for the baskets will be December 29th. So we have up until the 28th.
What day is December 29th?
It's on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. It's after Christmas.
It's after Christmas.
Okay. December 29th.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of get a bigger time frame because I just started putting the baskets together. So I didn't want to just hurry up and do it before Christmas, but, you know, that'll give us, you know, a good bit of an open space to get some funds donated.
You know, I'm sitting here because I want to leave with humor. I don't want to leave on a flat note. What was Matt thinking when he got that bicycle? Look at the colors of the tires. You know, I've just got to ask. I just got to ask Matt, what was he thinking? It's cute now. It's cute. Maybe I
would
just done
ride
got
that
old.
bicycle.
I think I just done got old. It's some kid that's gonna be so excited about that.
Yeah.
I've talked about what everybody's got going on. I've talked about Turkeys for Heaven. I've talked about Sean, the big job fair that I'm gonna participate with him on Wednesday. I've talked about your brother. Well, I got a toy drive going on, and I need toys. You can drop them off here. You can drop them off at Townsend's Lounge. Townsend Lounge. There used to be a place called Townsend Building Supply. And you can also drop them off at Trojan Detail. It's a car wash. But what made me feel so good was Trace Parker pulled up to me. And that lets you know you must be doing something right. Jimmy and Martha Copeland, that works right here at Troy Cable, gave me a check.
Wow.
Just gave me a check.
That's
you know,
wonderful.
and that lets me know that they know that what we are trying to do here,
Right.
and that was their bicycle, the little bitty one. Then I think I put about $12 with it, and we was able to buy that bicycle. So we got 2 bicycles, and I'm just gonna leave them up here. When I first started this, I'm about like Kelly. I'm on my 3rd or 4th year. It was a bike drive, and I've always been taught when you know better, you do better.
Right.
Well, a 3-year-old, he wants something for Christmas too, and he can't ride no bike. Yeah. So I changed that to a toy drive. So what I'm telling you is, if you go get me a $1.50 toy or whatever you give me, I'm gonna give it to some child. And we also do like Miss Kelly Sanders does. We go through DHR. I think that's just the best way. They deal with them people every day. And I don't think I'm too good, but they deal with them. And I just rather go by their league, and then ain't nobody can be mad with me.
Right.
I want to tell y'all something real humorous, but real heart touching. Last year we did the toy. It was like the day before Christmas. Me and the who was it? Their name used to be up there. Marley. Yeah, Wally and Neil. We stood out there in the rain with a tent, and we said, we're not going till we got, I think we did a goal of 100 bikes or whatever.
Oh, wow.
We stayed all day, and we got the bikes. And I've got to get in touch with Wally and Neil. But the funny thing about it was, we lost track of time. And when we got the bikes, DHR was closed.
Oh. Oh no.
No, we got the Wireless Sanders trailer out there. You know, we got a big old 53-foot trailer, but they was closed. We couldn't get up with nobody or nothing, so we just locked the trailer. After Christmas, that Monday morning, I went to DHR, and I called them. I said, I've got to get this trailer back on the road, because, you know, when you was a good guy, I've got to get this trailer back on the road. I need y'all to put these toys in there. They said, don't worry about that. You just bring the trailer on. They was calling families. Can you imagine? And I almost tear up just thinking about it. They was calling families. And Trip Walters bagged the trailer in there, and Junior and Matt and me, we started unloading them. And we actually got to see some cars that drove up and picked up bicycles, and the kids was so,
Oh my
you know, it's Christmas,
God.
you didn't get no bicycle. Here it is 2 days after Christmas, and you get a bicycle or a toy or something. I'm almost tempted to let it be closed this time. But no, I'm just saying, Kelly was talking about it when she was on here. The joy, the look on somebody's face when you help them, Your brother needs help now, but the joy that brings to him and his family, the joy you had, you still got your shelter card. That's to keep you humble, you say. But now you got a house. Remember, and then I want to tell him that. He had told me that. I remember when he was going to see about it. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
That's what we should say. And I'm not saying driving a truck, if you got a CDL, driving a truck for Wireless Sanders Truck Lines is everything, but it's the best thing.
Well, I can't drive a truck, but
I'm not saying this.
But I'll support.
We've got to get out of here. I think they gave us a little extra time. Ooh, might have gave us 30 minutes. Anyway, we're going to leave, and I'm going to say this before I leave. Be careful, be safe. Ladies, shop in groups. Don't get in the dark. Don't get by yourself. Be careful. There's people out here that's trying to prey on you. Use cards. Don't carry a large amount of cash. And don't be walking around all that money like Sean got in your pocket. You'll be in trouble. And until the next time, this has been Truck Talk with Wireless Sanders Truck Line. We thank you for taking time out of your day to watch us. Until next Monday, we're going to say goodbye.